Alright, this is Weird663, and this is 7 Days to Die, Day 1. In this game, there are a number of different spawn point locations that you can be spawned at. I believe that this is one of the better of the few spawn points in the game. This location is 1214 North by 123 East. In case you're wondering, I am playing on a Navi world along with a spawn rate of medium and on warrior mode. On day 1, you want to collect 200 plant fibers, about 300 in small stones, and between 5,000 and 6,000 in wood, preferably 6,000. Also, you want to collect anywhere between 150 plus feathers. Gathering these items will allow you to craft stone axes and arrows. When you first start off, you want to look around and make sure there are no zombies in the area so that you have a feel for where all the zombies are. Afterwards, you want to look around for bird's nest. Inside the bird's nest will have feathers along with eggs. While looking around for bird feathers, also try to hit with your bare fist the plant fibers so that you can start collecting your plant fibers, along with collecting a few small stones that are laying around the ground. Once you've collected your 2 stones and enough plant fibers, now go to the nearest tree and start hitting it a few times until you collect 2 pieces of wood. Once you do so, clear out your tool belt inventory and place it into your backpack inventory. Now you can make a stone axe. Take your stone axe and put it inside your tool belt. Now begin wailing on that tree until you completely cut down the tree. Now that you have chopped down the tree, begin collecting plant fibers again. Throughout the game, you're going to find these type of stones. I call these the 400 stones. When you destroy the 400 stones, you will get a total of 100 small stones. You will also collect scrap iron from each one of these. You want to actually destroy 3 of these to collect your small stones. Make sure you remember, while doing so, you always look around your surroundings to be safe. You're never safe in the game with zombies turned on. Also, you want to make sure that while you're actually destroying these, you want to create small stone axes. Now, you want to only create small stone axes up to level 25, and that's going to be enough for this area. Now let's speed up the video about 8 times the speed to help rush this along. Alright, sometimes things don't go the way I expected. This zombie, one of them. In the background you can see a zombie back here. So far it says I'm undetected, but as soon as I hit this tree, I begin to be hunted. You'll see my little eye. There it is. It opened up all the way, and above it says hunted. Now what I want to do is run as quick as I can to get away from the zombie. When I get far enough away from the zombie, I want to begin creating wooden spikes. I want to create about 4 of them, should do. Then I want to place these 4 wooden spikes on the ground as soon as they're made. They are pretty quick in creating, so don't worry. You just want to dodge the zombie for a few minutes. Now you're going to throw these onto the ground, and when you throw these onto the ground, the object is to get this zombie to actually run into it like so. As the zombie runs into it, it gets damaged. You don't have to worry about hitting it. You don't have to worry about killing it with any kind of weapons. Does kind of be a little slow, but it does the trick. Once the zombie is dead, you want to walk up to the zombie and you want to scavenge it. After you scavenge it, you want to take out your stone axe and you want to start beating on it. Once you destroyed it, you will collect a bone. You want these bones because they can be turned into shivs later on. Now let's begin speeding up the video once again, 8 times the speed. Throughout this video, you will notice that I am not actually scavenging anything other than the bird's nest. I'm actually building up my scavenging by just only focusing on the bird's nest for right now. In day 2, that's when I'm going to scavenge all the other items. This will help give me better items when I scavenge by scavenging the bird's nest first and then going after the other things that are somewhat important later on. Don't forget while you're collecting your resources to be crafting your arrows. Every arrow helps raise up your weaponsmithing. Here's a couple useful things to know. When you're trying to chop down a 250 tree, it takes about 4 in-gaming minutes to chop it down. A 500 tree takes about 19 in-gaming minutes, and a 1,000 tree takes 21 in-gaming minutes. Now for the 400 rocks, it takes about 25 in-gaming minutes. Alright, it's almost 1800 hours. Well, 17 truthfully, but 1800 hours is a good time to always set your clock to make sure that you're making your way back towards a house that you have chosen. I have chosen this house. Reason why is after 2200, all the zombies want to come out and become a little bit more hostile than they are now. Once inside the house, place all of your stone axes into your inventory. You want to begin crafting 16 secured storage chests. While your chests are being completed, begin placing each one of them along the walls. I prefer the windows. Now go into your inventory and locate your torch. Place it into your tool belt. Take your torch and now place it along the wall somewhere so that it adds some light when night falls. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the craft menu and begin crafting 72 wooden clubs. Why 72 wooden clubs? Because that's how many actually fit inside the secured chest. Another reason is because every time you craft an item, your item timer goes down. Not a lot at first, but it does start to build up. And when it does start to build up, you want to be able to use it to your advantage, like I am. As you craft your wooden clubs, begin placing them inside the wooden chest. Now, as you place them in the wooden chest, you will begin noticing that the levels of your wooden clubs are going up. Keep doing this until you get to level 400. Alright, now we're able to craft level 400 weapons, so let's go ahead and craft an iron reinforced club and then stick it into our tool belt. In the top right hand corner, it's actually asking you to craft plant fiber pants, shirt, hood, shoes, and gloves. Let's go ahead and craft those now. You're now being asked to go ahead and equip the gears that you just created. So go ahead and equip each one of the gears. But then you want to go ahead and quickly unequip them so that you do not burn up overnight. Remember, it's very important to not be overheated. Once you unequip each piece of the gear, go ahead and scrap them because you really don't need them at this moment. Afterwards, you'll be asked to craft another wooden club. Go ahead and do so. You're not going to be asked to gather items to make a bow and arrows. Since we already have these items, let's go ahead and craft a bow and then followed by 2 arrows. Once you have crafted your bow, go ahead and place it into your tool belt. One of the key components of this game is to stay alive by eating and drinking. So let's go ahead and look through our rations and see what we can eat and drink. We got a bottled water, a can of chili, and we can actually eat these 2 cans of dog food. So let's go ahead and eat all the items that we can and drink all the items we can. Now earlier when we killed the zombie, we collected a bone off of it. Let's go ahead and find that bone, and let's make a shiv out of it. After we make a shiv out of it, let's go ahead and put it inside of our tool belt. In case you're wondering what the bone shiv is going to be used for, think of it as a knife. It's going to help us cut off the meat and the hides off of all of our animals. Alright, at the end of day 1, we're now able to craft 400-piece gears, such as the reinforced iron club, the wooden bow, and a shiv. These will be very useful in day 2. I am Weird663, and this concludes 7 Days to Die, Day 1.